Sir,
Yep.
sir, quick question.
Mhm.
Sir, are these VPNs are vendor neutral or vendor specific?
Depending upon triple of the functionalities. Okay, more of the things are the neutral, but some of the things will come in between, like in IKE phase 2, I will be talking about, like, there are 4 messages. So Cisco used to have 3 messages, but other vendors may use 4 messages, and even Google used to take this question in their interview sometimes, that how many messages are there. So if you will say 3, you are fired. Okay, you need to say that, okay, it is vendor specific. If Cisco, there is 3 only, but other vendors may have 4. How? Maybe we will be gonna cover into the IKE phase 2 also. So I would say couple of the capabilities they will bringing up, okay, when exchanging between IKE phase 1 and phase 2, and those capabilities depends upon your vendor to vendor. Rest, mainly, almost all of the things are the neutral. Okay, Gaurav?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we were talking about the phase 1, right? So in phase 1 we were talking about phase 1, and into phase 1 I was saying that in your phase 1, when negotiation will happen, okay, and then phase 2 will gonna happen. But in phase 1 there are 2 modes, that is main mode and your AM aggressive mode. Not recommended, but is mainly used, and this will use 6 messages, as I was saying. Again, a very important question if you are going with respect to the security, but for our cases, maybe I will be going to show you it, okay, and you can able to understand also. I would be going to show, wait for a while in the slide, and it will work on the UDP port number 500, if I'm not wrong. Yep, 500. So let us talk about M, and you will get to know that, okay, how phase 1 will be used in our case. Okay, so let me open my slide. Give me a minute. So we work on this. Okay. This is our phase 1. This is phase 1. 6 messages. Main mode. Okay, so we will be having main mode and aggressive mode, phase 1, phase 2, kick mode, phase 2. We will be going to talk about that into phase that in the phase 2, but let us now discuss about IKE phase 1 main mode. Okay, so let us say this is R1, this is R2. Okay, R1 will send the traffic to R2 to check about the proposals. So when R1 is initiating, you can say I is there. So the very first thing is C. C stands for cookie. Cookie is nothing but generated on the basis of your IP address, on the basis of your date, on the basis of your time. So cookie is just derived from your IP, date, time, etc. Some other things. And the second thing is security association is sent, or maybe proposal is sent from R1 to R2. Any doubts so far here? Someone is on unmute. Rishi, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, let me mute you. If any question, please unmute yourself. So this is I stands for initiator, as I am telling you. Okay, so this is initiating. Then cookie and security association is sent, and in security association, those 5 things which I mentioned earlier, remember in the IKE phase 1, encryption, your authentication, your hashing, your lifetime, your different element group 1, 2, 5, whatever it is. On the top of this, for your information, Gaurav, some kind of capabilities are also set. Capabilities. Like it is depending upon vendor to vendor, like iOS box, okay, or other capabilities will be get sent. It says either the second device is Cisco or no. If the R1 is Cisco, either the second device is Cisco or no. So all of those things will be gonna checked when your first part will be sent. Similarly, second message, the same value it is copying with the addition of response, with the addition of response. So message 1, message 2, clear, any doubt? So when R2 is sending this proposal, okay, it is just checking that, okay, either all of the encryption, hashing, authentication, everything is matching with me or no. There can be more than one policy also. It's not required that you have the same ISKMP policy, one over here and one over here. There can be different policies. There can be more than one policy and it can match any one of them. Or there is some default policy also, which is having the sequence number 65535, which have their own, parameters defined. So if nothing is happened, it will just say that no, I don't match. Things are over. But if the things are matching, then yes, we can proceed further. So R2, when checking out this particular thing, it is just sending the response. And you can see R here, which stands for the response. Cookie for the initiator is as it is, which is applied. So these are your phase 1, phase 1, 2 messages. Message 1 and message 2. Any doubt? No? Now next messages, which is your message 3 and message 4, are reserved for your Diffie Hellman. All of the keys, remember the keys what we talked about. Let me show you. These keys. The keys are getting derived for both of the side, and the same secret shared keys is derived on both of the end. So this thing will be going to happen in message 3 and message 4. So this is your message 3 and message 4. So this is your for DH, maybe you can say. And since it is DH, the X and Y value you can able to see. Diffie Hellman public values. Same thing you can check in our previous slide, how X is generated, how Y is generated. The same values you can able to see into our message number 3 and in message number 4. There's something more added, that is N for initiator and for responder. This is nothing but the named as nonce, some random data used to guarantee lateness. Any data, any random data they are using. So everything is the mathematical. That is the reason more of the things are coming as such, that it is only the random things which are coming. Any doubt so far? So if keys are generated from end to end, the next thing which is coming will be encrypted. You can see these are the encrypted. These data from the message number 5 and message number 6 are encrypted. Till 1, 2, 3, 4. Any doubt? Any question, guys?
No.
Perfect. So in message number 5 and message number 6, we are doing nothing, but we are deriving some more encryption key for our phase 2. Like we are driving for encryption, we are driving for authentication, and we are driving for future, drived for future, for phase 2. And we never exchange these keys value anywhere. We are never sharing the pre-shared key. We are never sharing anything else. And by completing all of these 6 messages, our IKE phase 1 tunnel is up. Any question, guys?
What's that EAD? E is encryption, A authentication, and the third one D is
ID?
no.
Huh?
Before that, on the left hand side, you mentioned EAD, right?
Okay.
And
okay.
encryption,
This
authentication,
one. Okay.
yeah.
The drive feature key.
Right. What is it?
These are the keys which we are generating for the maybe phase 2. For the phase 2, it will be used. Okay.
E is
Encryption.
encryption.
Okay.
Authentication.
These are the security keys for your encryption, security key for your authentication, derived feature key for your phase 2.
The interesting traffic and the crypto.
The derived feature key. Yeah.
Okay.
Here you can see one more thing, ID. ID is nothing but it is your IP and maybe protocol number. So let me show you about this EAD, whatever you are showing. We have these keys derived from here. So you can see on this picture that we have some of the secured keys with your ID is generated. Okay, the hash key, which is nothing but the combination of your pre-shared key. Okay, the norms used for your initiator and for your responder, then key ID for D. Okay, the A and E, whatever I was talking about. It is also using some kind of hashing functions as it is. Then we are just creating some kind of hash also for the integrity. Okay, so all of these things are mathematical formulas which are derived from your message 5 and message 6 of your IKE phase 1. Any question? Let me show you all of the 6 messages again. So if you just check over here, security association with cookies values, security association with the cookies values, everything is okay, proposal is accepted. Then your Diffie-Hellman keys will be get exchanged in between each other. Once your Diffie-Hellman keys is exchanged, then your message 5 and message 6 are just driving your some S key, okay, for your maybe phase 2, that is EAD and some kind of hashing also. Okay, the same thing I was showing over here, that okay, what all the keys are derived, maybe hashing, whatever drive is this thing. This was your main mode. Let me also show you the aggressive mode. This is your aggressive mode. Okay, aggressive mode, only 3 messages. And if you see, even your ID is disclosed. It is not encrypted data, right? It is not encrypted data. At the very first time, your ID is disclosed. That is not good. And that is the reason, because your ID is disclosed. So it is not recommended. So in your aggressive mode, you can say the identity is disclosed into your first step. But it was recommended into your IPsec remote access VPN. Today, it is not used because we are using SSL VPN or maybe any connect, we can say. Okay. So for site to site, it is never recommended. Yes, it is much faster because only 3, messages are there, but we are disclosing the identity. Any questions so far, guys?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So let me tell you now, if you have the devices R1, R2 over the public internet, so far you created a tunnel. This tunnel is IKE phase, or maybe ISKMP, ISKMP phase. This is your major tunnel. Still, your data transfer is not completed yet. This tunnel is get formed to provide the security to your another tunnel, which will be get created inside into that. So one tunnel into another tunnel, it would be your phase 2. Into this phase 2, you again need to provide your ESP, again encryption, again hashing. You need to provide ACL. Match all of these things into the crypto. And then your data will travel inside from the second tunnel. Making sense? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Is it clear for all of you, Goro? Understanding this part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rishi? You're on mute, Rishi. Any question? Any doubts?
That's fine. That's fine.
So that is your ISAKMP phase 1, about what we were discussing so far for multi-mode, for main mode. And in the main mode, we were discussing about the 6 messages, how those 6 messages are for the security associations from both of the sides, then Duffy-Hellman group, key exchange for both of the side, and then some of the security key creation or the hashing creation for the phase 2. Then I am talking about the phase 2. For phase 2, you can use ESP protocol, again encryption, again hashing on the top of this. If you want, you can add Duffy-Hellman key exchange algorithm again. You can, although it is optional, but if you want, you can use it. If you are using it, it means you are making it more secure. But obvious, if you are adding some kind of extra layer, the resources consumption would be much, but you can add it. It is optional. You can add it. And when you are adding this, it is known as PFS, that is perfect forwarding secrecy, if I'm not wrong, which is very strong.
Secrecy. Yeah.
So you can add Duffy-Hellman in phase 2 also for more security, but again, it is optional. Even if you will not add, your tunnel is stronger. But yeah, if you have some kind of, more like requirement, you can add that. So that was our what happened. Let me close and open it again. And let us go for the phase 2 then. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Now let us talk about IKE phase. For phase 2, the mode is quick mode. Generally for Cisco, as I was saying, 3 messages. For other vendors, 4 messages. Important question with respect to your even big giants. They also used to ask such kind of questions. So let us see what's into the quick mode, okay, or what's into the phase 2. Let us see through the slide. Give me a minute. Where is my slide? Okay. So we talked about it. Yep, we are here. So if you check here, just try to understand what all of these things are telling. Okay. So in over here, this is second phase, and everything is encrypted by your phase 1. Everything is encrypted, by the way. Okay. So here you can see again cookies, security association, norm number, okay, ID of initiator and responser, some kind of hash. If you remember, this hash was created where? This was created, let me show you, or here. No, not here. Over here. Remember in the part number 5 and part number 6, I was talking about these terms. Yes or no, guys? And
Yep.
able to relate it, right? So it was your 5 and 6 part of your phase 1. That was the 5 and 6 message. And if you see here, your hash is using everything. Without PFS, you can use. With PFS, also you can use. Hash 1, hash 2. All of the things which is created into your 5 and 6 is used over here now. So all of these things sent over here, all of these things sent over here. Once this part is completed, key will be created over here for phase 2. Phase 2 key derived. Now everything, the data which is going over here will be encrypted. Now I am saying data over here, so it means the actual data, the user traffic. Now the user traffic will flow after your phase 2. Any question?
No.
Okay. So if there is no question, this was your phase 2. Now let me go further. Okay, what will be gonna happen when your data key will be generated? Let me show you. So when your data key material, this is your data key material. Okay, key will be derived again, never shared. And when you are in the message number 3, when it is ready to encrypt the data, we are assigning something known as SPI. So this SPI is nothing but this is security parameter index. Okay, some kind of number, 32-bit number. So this is something 32-bit number which is used. Okay, and when we are creating the multiple tunnels, it is just used to recognize, okay, which data is for the what tunnel. So phase 1, when I was talking about the phase 1 is for your end-to-end, for your encryption also, for your decryption also. Maybe I can say it is bidirectional. Okay, it was bidirectional. Whereas phase 2 is not bidirectional. Phase 2 is one for the encryption. Maybe this is R1 side, this is R2 side. Here it is encrypting, here it is decrypting, and one for the encryption other side. It is encrypting, it is decrypting from R2 side. We can say unidirectional. So phase 2 tunnels are unidirectional tunnels. Without PFS means not Diffie-Hellman group used in phase 2. With PFS means you are using an extra security, PFS. Again, how the keys are created, that is it. It is showing again the formula, and you can see the same formula. Maybe again the mathematical calculations. We are not gonna go dig more about that. We need to be aware that okay, how these things are happened. So that I am telling. Now, before concluding, let me talk about message 4. Okay. Cisco, 3 messages, as I told you, 3 messages I already shown you. The 4th message, let me talk about that. Message 1, we understand that everything is now encrypted after the phase 1, and data is sent over here. It is checking that, okay, what are all of the things? It is sending its own, maybe public keys kind of thing. Okay, it is telling about its hash, everything. Once this is generated, the key will be get generated on R1. R2 still keys are not generated till message 3 will come. So keys are generated, it will encrypt the data and it will send the data, let us say over here, before sending the message 3. This data will be in the black hole. This data will not be accepted. It cannot decrypt it because it does not have derived its keys so far. So to avoid such situation, there is one more thing named as commit bit added in the phase 2. It will add a commit bit that, okay, till I didn't acknowledge you, till I didn't send acknowledge to you, you are not supposed to send the data to me. So once message 3 will come, it will send an acknowledgement. Once acknowledgement is sent, the main data can be sent. That is message 4. Guys, very complex things. I try to make it very easier for you guys, okay, so that you can understand these things in a very, very clear picture. Generally, people don't have such kind of clarity. So it takes a lot of time, to get it sorted in such a way. So I would suggest again, please go through the videos. If you have any doubt, maybe you can ask next weekend. And let us now conclude over here. We will not be going to go to the practical. Maybe I will be showing you the practical in next weekend. Any question from anyone?
No, sir. Thanks.
Radhisa,
Mm-hmm.
the SD-WAN, you have, the lab is already set up, or we have to do any configuration for the lab for SD-WAN?
So how you did the ASM? For
Yeah, we
ASM
did
batch,
the-
you were there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So likewise, the ASM lab is already set up. You need to set up your part.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how you will learn, right?
Okay.
So I will say the raw part is already there, but the routing part, each and every template and all of the other things, maybe, okay, you need to set up by your own. And that is why how you will be start learning, right?
Okay. And SD-WAN is all GUI, right? There's no CLI, right? Everything is.
No, you can use CLI also, but yep, generally people used to have all of the things through the GUI.
And that will be 4 weekends. SD-WAN.
4 weekends, 4, 8, 16. Probably yes, 4 weekends or some more. Okay. More than that, might probably, yes. So it was your first class this side. Next weekend you have 2 more class on the VPNs. Okay, that is complimentary. I am giving you guys 6 hours studies for the VPN. Then we will be proceeding up for the SD-WAN. And SD-WAN again, maybe you can say 4 weekends, maybe 5 weekends, probably depends. Okay, maybe more. So bit like that. You will be covering SD-WAN most probably in Feb of second week or first week. It will be get completed. No, not Feb second week. Feb third week or fourth week, I would say. Okay. Any other question?
That's
Sure.
so. Can you do you have the syllabus for CCI Enterprise? Do you have the syllabus for that? Can you share it with me?
You will get, don't worry. You will get over the email. Okay, Joy will share with you.
Okay, just want to share get the curriculum for CCI Enterprise.
You will get that. You will get it. Don't worry.
So Zoya will send it to my mail ID.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. If nothing more, maybe we can then wrap it up, and we'll meet you all next weekend. Okay. Same timing, 10 to 12. Shashank, for the SD-WAN, till SD-WAN, we have the timing for 10 to 12. Okay.
No, that's fine.
Maybe we need to communicate other two guys also who are the part of our CCA study. So,
Yeah.